चाह नहीं मैं सुरबाला के गहनों में गूथा जाऊं, चाह नहीं प्रेमी माला में बिंद प्यारी को ललचाऊं, चाह नहीं सम्राटों के शव पर हे हरि डाला जाऊं, चाह नहीं देवों के सिर पर चढ़ूं भाग्य पर इठलाऊं, मुझे तोड़ लेना वनमाली उस पथ पर देना तुम फेंक, मातृभूमि पर शीश चढ़ाने जिस पथ जावें वीर अनेक। नमस्कार देवियों और सज्जनों, 142 कोर्स के दीक्षांत परेड समारोह में मैं आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं।
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Vice Admiral Ajay Kochar, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Nausena Medal, Commandant, National Defense Academy, and the entire team NDA, we welcome you all to the passing out parade of the 142nd course. This parade ground was named as Khetrapal Parade Ground in the everlasting memory of 2nd Lieutenant Arun Khetrapal, Paramveer Chakra, an alumnus of the 38th course Foxtrot Squadron. He was posthumously awarded the highest gallantry award in the Battle of Basantar in 1971. Across the parade ground, ladies and gentlemen, is the Quartermaster's Fort, providing a majestic background. The structure behind you is the Manoj Pandey Block, named after Captain Manoj Kumar Pandey, Paramveer Chakra, who is an alumnus of the 90th course Mike Squadron and is one of the many military heroes of the Kargil conflict. The huge white mast that stands dominating the drill square is the mast from the Indian Naval Dockyard, Mumbai, rigged at the drill square of the National Defense Academy, Khadakwasla, on 21st May 1955. It carries the national flag along with the Academy flag and symbolizes the height of dedication and devotion that a cadet has towards his duties. This mast has stood mute testimony to the rigors of training of cane drill, sword drill, rifle drill, foot drill, and ceremonial drill.
This parade ground, popularly known as the Drill Square, is a sprawling, chiseled out expanse of tarmac measuring 450 by 150 meters. The inter-services character of the Academy is evident throughout the length and breadth of the parade ground. It is discernible in the immaculately positioned guns at the entrance and the two corners of the drill square. The two Vijayanta tanks, MiG-21 aircraft and Seahawk aircraft, the replicas of Indian naval ship Virat and Mumbai, and above all, the quarterdeck with its towering mast representing each of the three services. The aircraft that you see on the left side to the entrance of the drill square is the Seahawk, single-seater fighter aircraft of the Indian Navy. It played a stellar role in the Indo-Pak War of 1971, the golden jubilee of which was celebrated in the year 2021. The aircraft to your right is the MiG-21, inducted in the aftermath of the 1962 war. It has been the mainstay of the air defense fleet of the Indian Air Force, till the MiG-21 Type 96 aircraft were phased out some time ago. However, an upgraded version, the MiG-21 Bison, is still in service of the nation. This aircraft has played a pivotal role in the 1971 war, Kargil war, and recently, after the Balakot strike, Wing Commander Abhinandan of the 104th Coast India Squadron shot down an F-16 aircraft of Pakistan Air Force with this old warhorse. The two tanks facing each other in front of you are the Vijayanta or the Victorious. This tank too played a crucial role in the 1971 war against Pakistan.
Drill is the bedrock of discipline in the armed forces. The nation is proud of the exemplary standards of discipline displayed by its armed forces. It is here at this parade ground where we lay the foundation of discipline for the future officers of the Indian Armed Forces. The Academy Adjutant, Major Harsh Bharat Jani, from the 3rd Battalion of the 4th Gorkha Rifles, Chindits, is the embodiment of military discipline for the cadets as well as the Academy. He is ably assisted by Assistant Adjutant Major Rohit Singh Pilania from the 4th Battalion of the Rajput Regiment. The passing out parade marks the grand finale of the term and is held each term with clockwork precision amid ceremony and fanfare on this hallowed ground. In keeping with the changing times and trends, the Government of India decided to induct girls to be trained as cadets at the National Defense Academy and to draw the best talents from a given pool and train them to be disciplined, motivated, and dedicated soldiers. Selection and training at the National Defense Academy are not only the starting points of this transformation, but also essential elements in vindicating the competency of the Indian military forces. Indisputably, it is not just the man, but also the woman behind the machine who maintains the leading edge of a professional force. This basic training is a journey of self-discovery. The core values and lessons of endurance and team spirit inculcated here at the National Defense Academy is imbibed by a soldier not only throughout his career, but also his entire life. In this respect, men and women have common training goals and deserve to be trained together to fulfill the ultimate objective of national security. Visualizing a very important role for women in the armed forces, the very first batch of 19 female cadets will join their male counterparts starting from autumn term 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, keeping in mind the sanctity of the occasion and this institution, we request you to please switch off your mobile phones. Kindly remain seated during the passing out parade. Thank you. देवियों और सज्जनों, अवसर की गरिमा को ध्यान में रखते हुए मैं आपसे अनुरोध करती हूं कि कृपया अपने मोबाइल फोन बंद कर दें. धन्यवाद.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us now review the stellar performance of the cadets of the 142nd course in all spheres of training. Among the Army cadets, Academy Cadet Adjutant Abhimanyu Singh of Mike's Cordon has been awarded the Uttar Pradesh Government Cup for being the best cadet in Specialist Service Subjects, Army. The best cadet in map reading is Cadet Vicky Pawar of November Squadron. Cadet Abhinav Kumar of Kilo Squadron has been awarded the Ashoka Pillar Cup for being best cadet in weapon training. The best cadet in tactics has been awarded to Squadron Cadet Captain Nitin Sharma, November Squadron. The Order of Eklavya for excellence in fighting has been awarded to Cadet Abhinav Kumar, Kilo Squadron. Bayonet pins are awarded to cadets who excel in Army service subjects. This term, bayonet pins have been awarded to 11 cadets.
Coming on to the Naval Cadets, the Government of Madras Cup for standing first in the Specialist Naval Service Subjects is awarded to Cadet Quartermaster Sergeant Shanaf Sharma, Juliet Squadron. The Chief of Naval Staff Trophy, instituted by Admiral O.S. Dawson for standing first in astronavigation, has been awarded to Cadet Ashish, Hunter Squadron. The Seamanship Trophy, presented by Admiral Madhavendra Singh, the then Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Western Naval Command, has been won by Squadron Cadet Captain Akashdeep Kalia, Alpha Squadron. Cadet Ashish, Hunter Squadron, has won the cup presented by Admiral Sir Mark Pisey for standing second in Specialist Service Subjects, Navy. Cadet Shashank Shukla, Charlie Squadron, has won the cup presented by Admiral R.D. Katari for being the best helmsman in yachting. Anchor pins have been awarded to 2 cadets.
Amongst the Air Force cadets, Cadet Sabarth Singh, Mike Scott, has won the trophy presented by Government of Hyderabad for standing first in Specialist Service Subjects, Air Force. The Government of Madhya Bharat Cup for being the best cadet in flying has been awarded to Cadet Sabarth Singh, Mike Scott. Flight Lieutenant P.V. Apte Trophy for standing first in ground subjects has been awarded to Cadet Anirban Bhattacharjee, Foxtrot Squadron. Squadron Leader S. Vasudev Memorial Book Prize for standing second in Specialist Service Subjects is awarded to Cadet Sparsh Kankane, Foxtrot Squadron. Air Force cadets are awarded flying pins. Pins have been awarded to 4 cadets in the order of merit in Air Force service subjects.
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, अब हम 142वें कोर्स की शैक्षणिक उपलब्धियों से आप सबको अवगत कराएंगे. कैडेट क्वार्टर मास्टर सार्जेंट रवि कुमार, माइक स्क्वाड्रन ने विज्ञान की शाखा में प्रथम आते हुए जनरल के सुंदर जी द्वारा संस्थापित चीफ ऑफ द आर्मी स्टाफ ट्रॉफी जीती है। बटालियन कैडेट एडजुटेंट शिवम कन्हैया किलो स्क्वाड्रन ने कंप्यूटर साइंस की शाखा में उत्कृष्ट प्रदर्शन करते हुए एडमिरल सुरीश मेहता द्वारा संस्थापित चीफ ऑफ द नेवल स्टाफ ट्रॉफी प्राप्त करी है। इस टर्म में हंटर स्क्वाड्रन के कैडेट सूरज कुमार ने सामाजिक विज्ञान में प्रथम आते हुए एयर चीफ मार्शल एनसी सूरी द्वारा संस्थापित चीफ ऑफ द एयर स्टाफ ट्रॉफी जीती है। Squadron Cadet Captain Abhishek Mani Tripathi Juliet Squadron has won the Commandant's Special Medal for standing first in the overall order of merit in academics. The Silver Medal for first in overall Joint Service Training Program goes to Cadet Quartermaster Sergeant Prateek Singh, Golf Squadron.
In the passing out course, we have cadets from 18 friendly foreign countries. The best foreign cadet in overall merit is Cadet Karma Funsho Alpha Squadron. And the best foreign cadet adjudged in academics is also Cadet Karma Funsho Alpha Squadron. The best foreign cadet in OLQs is Divisional Cadet Captain Komiljo Noshirov Juliet Squadron. And the prize for the best sportsman adjudged amongst the foreign cadets has also been backed by Divisional Cadet Captain Komiljo Noshirov Juliet Squadron. The silver medal for Best Cadet in Riding has been awarded to Divisional Cadet Captain Prashant of Kilo Squadron. Best Cadet in Sailing has been awarded to Cadet Vikramaditya of Kilo Squadron. And the Exceptional Leadership Award instituted by the alumni of the 45th course is awarded to Academy Cadet Captain Kumar Saurav.
One of the first things that strikes a visitor on entering the sprawling National Defense Academy campus is how harmoniously the entire superstructure nestles in the lap of nature and how well the various edifices blend with the surrounding flora and fauna. Even to the casual eye, it becomes obvious that environment must rate very high among the priorities of this institution, and it does. The National Defense Academy has plenty of forested area within the campus for army training. It has deer, peacocks, wild boars, and 115 identified species of birds. Many of these birds and animals found in the academy are depicted on the colorful boards displayed at various spots along the roads. A great deal of care is taken to maintain the surroundings in their state of pristine purity. If one were to walk along the periphery road or along one of the many trekking trails, one would have to stop frequently to admire the breathtaking beauty of gushing streams, rich foliage on verdant slopes, as well as a variety of birds and animals, many rare, that would delight nature lovers. We at the National Defense Academy can take justifiable pride in the natural beauty of gardens, fountains, flora, and fauna. The immaculately maintained gardens of the National Defense Academy are a result of the handwork of a dedicated staff of gardeners who have nurtured and pruned them with utmost care. Our cadets actively participate in this beautification process through Shramdan in maintaining the gardens and battalion areas and also some general areas inside the campus. National Defense Academy is a perfect example of how human beings can coexist harmoniously with nature.
संयुक्त सेवा स्कंद के रूप में राष्ट्रीय रक्षा अकादमी की स्थापना 1 जनवरी 1949 में हुई थी। 8 दिसंबर 1950 को अकादमी क्लेमेंट टाउन देहरादून से खड़कवासला स्थानांतरित हुई। 6,700 एकड़ में फैली इस अकादमी का निर्माण कार्य श्री W.X. मैस्करेनस के हाथों में सौंपा गया, जो उस समय पुणे अभियंत्रिकी कॉलेज के प्रधान अध्यापक थे। अकादमी उद्घाटन 16 जनवरी 1955 को श्री मुरारजी देसाई के हाथों संपन्न हुआ।
A word about the history of the National Defense Academy. After the Second World War, a need was felt to train cadets of the 3 services jointly, which would enable the warriors of the future to create synergy for combined operations. The idea of a Joint Services Academy was conceived in 1945 with the setting up of the National War Academy Committee under the chairmanship of the then Commander-in-Chief, Field Marshal Sir Claude Auchinleck. The objective was to frame the design of an academy for the joint training of future officers of the three services. The project received impetus when Pandit Nehru foresaw the necessity of completely Indianizing the officer cadre of the armed forces.
To hasten the process, it was decided to start training straight away, and a joint services wing was established in the old prisoners of war barracks at Clement Town, Dehradun, on 1st January 1949. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in June 1949 formally inaugurated the Joint Services Wing, and the first course, consisting of 190 cadets, passed out from Clement Town on 8th December 1950. 40 years later, history was made in 1990-91 when three alumni of the first course took over as chiefs of their respective services. They were General S.F. Rodrigues, Admiral L. Ramdas, and Air Chief Marshal N.C. Suri. History repeated itself in 2020 when three course mates of the 56th course, General M.M. Naravane, Admiral Karambir Singh, and Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhadoria took over as chiefs of their respective services. For the third time in the history of National Defense Academy, course mates from the 61st course, General Manoj Pandey, Admiral R. Harikumar, and Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary succeeded the course mates of the 56th course and took over as chiefs of their services.
6 अक्टूबर 1949 को पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू द्वारा खड़कवासला में राष्ट्रीय रक्षा अकादमी की नींव रखी गई थी। लगभग 7,000 एकड़ भूमि उस समय बॉम्बे राज्य की सरकार द्वारा प्रदान की गई थी। अकादमी का लेआउट आर्किटेक्ट्स की एक टीम द्वारा बनाया गया, जो उस समय पुणे इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज के प्रिंसिपल श्री W.X. मैस्केरेनस के नेतृत्व में काम कर रहे थे। अकादमी का बुनियादी ढांचा बनाने में लगभग 5 वर्ष लग गए। जो इमारतें आज आपके समक्ष हैं, यह राजपुताना तथा मुगल आर्किटेक्चर का उत्तम मिश्रण है।
निर्माण के लिए अपेक्षित धनराशि का योगदान कई राज्यों द्वारा किया गया। कैडेटों के रेजिडेंशियल ब्लॉकों का निर्माण इन्हीं धनराशियों से किया गया और उनका नाम योगदान करने वाले राज्यों के नाम पर रखा गया है। अकादमी का प्रशासनिक ब्लॉक, जिसे हम सूडान ब्लॉक के नाम से जानते हैं, इसके निर्माण में कुछ सहयोग सूडान सरकार द्वारा धनराशि के रूप में किया गया था। यह योगदान सूडान सरकार ने भारतीय सैनिकों के दूसरे विश्व युद्ध में उत्तरी अफ्रीकी अभियान के दौरान प्रदर्शित वीरता की सराहना करते हुए किया था। Funds for the construction of the academy were contributed by many states. The cadets' residential blocks were constructed with these funds and are named after the contributing states. The construction of the administrative block, called the Sudan block, was partly funded by the Sudan government in appreciation of the gallantry of the Indian troops in the defense of Sudan during the North African campaign of the Second World War.
A special attraction of today's parade is the flypast by the Super Demonas. You will see the Super Demonas flown by the instructors of the Air Force Training Team of NDA in Trishakti formation, symbolizing a victorious future of the passing out course. The officers coordinating today's flypast are Squadron Leader Karan Dudgundi, Bravo 118 course, and Squadron Leader Ashish Sahu, Foxtrot 122 course. The first aircraft will be flown by Wing Commander Atul Mudbidri, along with Squadron Leader Alok Chaudhary, Mike 114 course. The second aircraft will be flown by Wing Commander Pankaj Chauhan, Mike 93 course, and Squadron Leader Rohit Parab, Oscar 116 course. The third aircraft will be flown by Wing Commander Arjun Singh, Oscar 98 course, along with Wing Commander Pargunan, India 95 course.
The academy shifted to Khadakwasla from Clement Town in December 1954 and was inaugurated on 16 January 1955 by Shri Morarji Desai, the Chief Minister of the then state of Bombay. Thus, 16 January is celebrated every year as the NDA Day. The first passing out parade on this ground was held on 5th June 1955, when the 10th course passed out. The salute on that auspicious occasion was taken by Shri Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. The National Defence Academy's contribution in service to the nation was rewarded on 16 December 1978 when the President of India, Shri Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, presented the colours to this cradle of military leaders. The cadets you see marching onto the parade ground are the contingent markers taking their positions. The rest of their contingents will soon enter the parade ground through the gates of the quartermaster's fort. They will move to the left and to the right of the parade ground and then line up. Ladies and gentlemen, next to the quarterdeck are the care escorts and the table orderlies standing smartly. The table orderlies for today's parade are Sergeant Krelu Foze and Cadet Nacho Yoka Heche. The care escorts for today's parade are Cadet Vinay Kumar and Cadet Bhavdeep Singh Sandhu. They will escort the dignitaries to the quarterdeck.
आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि आप सब अपना ध्यान सामने की तरफ ले जाएं। आप देखेंगे कि कंटिंजेंट मार्कर्स अपना स्थान ले रहे हैं। बाकी कंटिंजेंट जल्द ही परेड प्रांगण पर आएंगे और दाहिने व बाएं मुड़कर अपने स्थान पर खड़े होंगे।
Today, there are 942 cadets on parade. Out of these, 321 cadets of the 142nd course will pass out of the National Defence Academy, out of which 215 are Army cadets, 37 Naval, and 69 Air Force cadets. This term, we have 19 international cadets from 8 countries: Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Maldives, Myanmar, Sudan, and Vietnam passing out with the 142nd course.
The sound of the bugles, ladies and gentlemen, heralds the entry of the cadets onto the parade ground. And there they come out, through the gates of the quartermaster's fort, marching smartly to the inspirational tunes of the Academy song, Hum NDA ke Cadet Hain. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the contingents marching onto the parade ground to take their positions. The magnificent charger atop which the adjutant is astride is Reliant Robin. This splendid and dynamic charger was born in 2009 and has been allotted to the National Defense Academy by Remount and Veterinary Corps in 2020. This is the fourth parade for Robin as the adjutant's charger in National Defense Academy. Leading the cadets onto the parade ground is Academy Cadet Adjutant Abhimanyu Singh.
We are honored to have in our midst Subedar Major Sanjay Kumar, Paramveer Chakra. This soldier belongs to the decorated 13th Battalion of the Jammu and Kashmir Rifles and is posted with the Army training team here at NDA. Then rifleman, now Subedar Major, is one of the 4 Paramveer Chakra awardees of the 1999 Kargil conflict. He continues to inspire and train future officers of the armed forces. We are fortunate to have amidst us 2 Arjuna awardees presently training our cadets and honing their skills. Subedar Major Swaran Singh Virk, who has won various national and international awards for rowing, representing India in 17th Asian Games in South Korea and China, 16th position in the 30th Olympic Games 2012 London. He is the recipient of the Arjuna Award in 2015 for his immense contribution to the sport. The other instructor we have proudly to mention is Risaldar Major Ajay Sawant of the 61st Cavalry. He represented India twice in tent pegging competition, winning 3 gold, 2 silver, beside a bronze medal. His experience as an expert horseman are being utilized by the NDA for training cadets in equitation. For his tremendous contribution to the sport, he has been honored with the Arjuna Award in year 2022.
Nishan Tolep! Nishan!
देवियों और सज्जनों, निशान टोली निशान को परेड पर ला रही है। आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि निशान को समुचित सम्मान प्रदान करने हेतु कृपया खड़े हो जाएं तथा जो वर्दी में हैं वे परेड कमांडर की कमांड पर सैल्यूट करें। Ladies and gentlemen, the Nishan Toli will now bring in the President's colors. When the colors are brought in, you are requested to rise, and those in uniform will salute at the word of command of the parade commander.
Berat! Nisan ko selami tegap! Selamat! Syat!
The President's colors were presented to the National Defense Academy in recognition of the highest standards of training imparted here. The President's color is the highest honor that can be bestowed upon any military unit. The presentation of the award or standard by the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces of India is an acknowledgement of the unit's meritorious service. While the practice of carrying the colors into battle has stopped, the tradition of receiving, holding, and parading the color continues even today in the armed forces.
It is the privilege of the cadets of the passing out course to carry the President's colors. In keeping with this tradition, the cadets carrying the President's colors to the parade ground are Squadron Cadet Captain Pratham Singh, flanked by Cadet Sergeant Major Aman Patel and Cadet Sergeant Major Chinmay Thakur.
Şandale! Padişah Zılgıbar! Bay! Bay! Akbar! Şandale! Padişah Zılgıbar! Bay! Bay! Bay bay! Gele! Dev! Dışarı dışarı! Selamet! Gel! Bırak! Bacak! Şat! Bırak! Beş! Rap!
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade is now lined up for review. The cadet commanding today's parade is Academy Cadet Adjutant Abhimanyu Singh. The officer on the charger to your extreme left is the adjutant, Major Harsh Bharat Jani. Major Harsh Bharat Jani is an alumnus of the 115th course of the National Defense Academy. An infantry officer, he was commissioned into the 3rd Battalion of the 4th Gorkha Rifles, Chindits. Possessing varied operational, staff, and instructional experience, the officer has served as a Ghatak platoon commander along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir, and a company commander in high altitude area along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. The officer has undergone cross attachment with an armored regiment as part of the strike corps along the western borders, and has also served as an instructor in the tactics wing at the infantry school Mau. In addition, the officer has served as a staff officer in Joint Operations Center at the United Nations Mission in Lebanon, and holds the distinction of representing the Indian Army at Exercise Cambrian Patrol in Wales, UK, where the team secured a silver medal. A graduate of Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, the officer was awarded the General Officer Commanding-in-Chief Eastern Command Commendation in the year 2015. The officer has assumed the appointment of adjutant on 2nd June 2021.
The adjutant is ably assisted by the assistant adjutant, Major Rohit Singh Pilania. The officer is an alumnus of Charlie Scotton of the 125th course of the National Defence Academy. He was commissioned into the 4th Battalion of the Rajput Regiment in December 2014 after passing out from the Indian Military Academy, Dehradun. The officer has served in active counter-insurgency and counter-terrorism operations in Arunachal Pradesh at the international border, on the western front at Gurdaspur, and in high-altitude areas along the line of control at Kargil. The officer is the son of Lieutenant Colonel Mahipal Singh of 9 Mechanized Infantry, who made the supreme sacrifice in service of the nation during the United Nations peacekeeping mission in South Sudan on 9th April 2013. Major Rohit Singh Pilania took over the appointment of Assistant Adjutant in December 2020. The actual footwork of training the cadets of the National Defence Academy in all aspects of drill is led by the Drill Subedar Major, Honorary Lieutenant Bishnu Kumar Shrestha from the 1st Battalion of the 1st Gorkha Rifles. The Drill Subedar Major served as an instructor at the Indian Military Academy from 2005 to 2008 and the National Defence Academy from 2011 to 2015.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now awaiting the arrival of Major General Sanjeev Dogra, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, National Defence Academy. Major General Sanjeev Dogra took over as Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, National Defence Academy, Khadakwasla on 1st December 2021. He is an alumnus of the 70th course of the National Defence Academy, Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, and College of Defence Management, Sikandrabad. On completion of his training at the Indian Military Academy, Dehradun, he was commissioned into the 16th Battalion of the Jat Regiment in June 1987. Major General Sanjeev Dogra has a rich combat experience and has served in almost all tough terrains. As a young officer, he was posted at the highest battlefield of the world, the Siachen Glacier. His contribution towards counter-insurgency operations in Jammu and Kashmir helped him to raise and command a Rashtriya Rifles battalion deployed in the heart of insurgency. The officer commanded a brigade as a part of the Strike Corps in the Western Theatre and later was General Officer Commanding of a mountain division deployed along the line of control, which is known to us forever in operations. Major General Sanjeev Dogra has specialized as an instructor. His initial instructional appointments include instructor at Indian Military Training Team Bhutan and battalion commander at Officers Training Academy, Chennai. As directing staff at College of Defence Management, Sikandrabad, he specialized in operation research. He also served as Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor at Infantry School, Mau. Ladies and gentlemen, Major General Sanjeev Dogra, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, National Defence Academy.
Road! General Road! Selamat! Just! Road! Wajib! Just! Road! West! Up!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are awaiting the arrival of Vice Admiral Ajay Kochar, Ati Vishish Seva Medal, Nausena Medal, Commandant, National Defence Academy. Vice Admiral Ajay Kochar, Ati Vishish Seva Medal, Nausena Medal, assumed the appointment of Commandant, National Defence Academy on 1st April 2022. As an alumnus of the National Defence Academy, he was commissioned in the Indian Navy on 1st July 1988. He is a graduate of the Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, Naval War College, Mumbai, and the Royal College of Defence Studies at United Kingdom. In a career spanning 34 years, the flag officer has held various important and challenging command and staff appointments. He has been the fleet commander of the Western Fleet, the sword arm of the Indian Navy, where he led the fleet for critical operational missions, foreign bilateral exercises, and major humanitarian assistance and disaster relief taskings. He has commanded India's only aircraft carrier, INS Vikramaditya, and during his tenure, the carrier was deployed extensively for operations on both the east and west coasts. The officer has the distinction of commissioning a frontline frigate for the Navy at Kaliningrad, Russia. His other command appointments include INS Kirpan, a missile corvette, and missile vessels during Operation Parakram. The staff appointments of the flag officer include Joint Director Naval Plans and Director of Staff Requirements at Integrated Headquarters of Ministry of Defense, Navy, wherein he formulated the future maritime perspective and capabilities enhancement plans for the Indian Navy. He has also steered major shipbuilding projects for the Indian Navy as Assistant Controller of Carrier Projects and Assistant Controller of Warship Production and Acquisition. With Vice Admiral Ajay Kochar at the helm of affairs, National Defence Academy will gain immensely with his vast experience and exposure in all arenas of operations, training, and human resource management.
Road! Serve! Done!
Ladies and gentlemen, Vice Admiral Ajay Kochar, Ati Vishish Seva Medal, Nausena Medal, Commandant, National Defence Academy.
Road! General Road! Selamat!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now awaiting the arrival of Major General Sanjeev Dogra, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, National Defence Academy. Major General Sanjeev Dogra took over as Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, National Defence Academy, Khadakwasla on 1st December 2021. He is an alumnus of the 70th course of the National Defence Academy, Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, and College of Defence Management, Secunderabad. On completion of his training at the Indian Military Academy, Dehradun, he was commissioned into the 16th Battalion of the Jat Regiment in June 1987. Major General Sanjeev Dogra has a rich combat experience and has served in almost all tough terrains. As a young officer, he was posted at the highest battlefield of the world, the Siachen Glacier. His contributions towards counter-insurgency operations in Jammu and Kashmir helped him to raise and command a Rashtriya Rifles battalion deployed in the heart of insurgency. The officer commanded a brigade as a part of the Strike Corps in the Western Theatre and later was General Officer Commanding of a mountain division deployed along the line of control, which is known to as Forever in Operations. Major General Sanjeev Dogra has specialized as an instructor. His initial instructional appointments include instructor at Indian Military Training Team Bhutan and battalion commander at Officers Training Academy, Chennai. As directing staff at College of Defence Management, Secunderabad, he specialized in operation research. He also served as Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor at Infantry School, Mau. The General Officer has served as the Commandant of the War Gaming Development Center, where he was responsible for developing state-of-the-art computer-simulated war games for the Army.
Right. Serve. Done.
Ladies and gentlemen, Major General Sanjeev Dogra, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, National Defence Academy.
Right. General Slate. Slammer. Shot. Right. Watch up. Shot. Right. Dash. Rap.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are awaiting the arrival of Vice Admiral Ajay Kochar, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Nau Sena Medal, Commandant, National Defence Academy. Vice Admiral Ajay Kochar, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Nau Sena Medal, assumed the appointment of Commandant, National Defence Academy on 1st April 2022. As an alumnus of the National Defence Academy, he was commissioned in the Indian Navy on 1st July 1988. He is a graduate of the Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, Naval War College, Mumbai, and the Royal College of Defence Studies at United Kingdom. In a career spanning 34 years, the flag officer has held various important and challenging command and staff appointments. He has been the Fleet Commander of the Western Fleet, the Sword Arm of the Indian Navy, where he led the fleet for critical operational missions, foreign bilateral exercises, and major humanitarian assistance and disaster relief taskings. He has commanded India's only aircraft carrier, INS Vikramaditya, and during his tenure, the carrier was deployed extensively for operations on both the east and west coasts. The officer has the distinction of commissioning a frontline frigate for the Navy at Kaliningrad, Russia. His other command appointments include INS Kirpan, a missile corvette, and missile vessels during Operation Parakram. The staff appointments of the flag officer include Joint Director Naval Plans and Director of Staff Requirements at Integrated Headquarters of Ministry of Defense Navy, wherein he formulated the future maritime perspective
Right. Left. That.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vice Admiral Ajay Kochar, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Nausena Medal, Commandant, National Defense Academy, the reviewing officer for today's parade.
Ladies and gentlemen, please look to your left. You can see the first fly past, wherein we have 3 helicopters approaching the parade ground in Seahawk formation.
श्रीमान राष्ट्रीय रक्षा अकादमी 142 कोर्स दीक्षांत समारोह परेड 907 कैडेट्स परेड पर परेड निरीक्षण के लिए हाजिर ऑस्कर कैडेट खड़ा रहो बाकी परेड परेड परेड
The number of our alumni who've been decorated in war is legion. Most of them have had their baptism with fire in the wars since independence. Some where blizzards and snowstorms rule. Some where the winds blow full of sand. Some where the waves hold argument with the sky and some in the uncharted space above. But like professional soldiers, they were conscious of the hazard of the profession they had chosen and were conscious of the contribution they were making to safeguard the sovereignty of our nation. In this long march to glory, our alumni have demonstrated exemplary courage and dedication, both in war and peace. They have defended our borders, kept the territorial waters safe for the nation, and touched its sky with glory. The list of our alumni who have distinguished themselves in war would read like a veritable who's who of Indian heroes. Till date, these heroes have been awarded 3 Paramveer Chakra, 32 Mahavir Chakra, 162 Veer Chakra, 12 Ashok Chakra, 45 Kirti Chakra, and 152 Shaurya Chakra.
There are some whom we always remember with special fondness. Captain Gurbachan Singh Salaria, 9th Course, Bravo Squadron. 2nd Lieutenant Arun Khetrapal, 38th Course, Foxtrot Squadron. And Captain Manoj Kumar Pandey, 90th Course, Mike Squadron. The spirit of 381 warriors and 5 of those who went missing in action resides in the hut of remembrance behind the Sudan block, which was built brick by brick, stone by stone, with the dedicated toil of the cadets of the 10th to the 17th courses.
The reviewing officer will now review the parade. Leading the lineup is the contingent of Oscar Squadron, proudly carrying the Chiefs of Staff banner. The second contingent is of Bravo Squadron. The third contingent is of Charlie Squadron. The fourth contingent is of Mike Squadron. The fifth contingent is of Kilo Squadron. The sixth contingent is of Juliet Squadron. The seventh contingent is of Alpha Squadron. The eighth contingent is of India Squadron. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nishan Toli proudly carrying the President's colors. The ninth contingent is of Hunter Squadron. The 10th contingent is of November Squadron. The 11th contingent is of Panther Squadron. The 12th contingent is of Golf Squadron. The 13th contingent is of Lima Squadron. The 14th contingent is of Delta Squadron. The 15th contingent is of Foxtrot Squadron. The 16th contingent is of Echo Squadron. Concluding the lineup is the appointments contingent led by Academy Cadet Captain Kumar Saurav.
The list of achievements of National Defense Academy alumni is endless. Apart from gallantry in war, Our alumni have displayed exemplary courage and self-sacrifice even while they have been away from the battlefield. The Ashok Chakra, the highest peacetime gallantry award winners of National Defense Academy are 2nd Lieutenant P.M. Raman, 6th Course, Alpha Squadron; Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma, 35th Course, Juliet Squadron; Colonel N.J. Nair, 38th Course, India Squadron; Major Sudhir Kumar Walia, 72nd Course, Juliet Squadron; Captain A.S. Jasrotia, 73rd Course, Echo Squadron; Major R.K. June, 78th Course, Kilo Squadron; 2nd Lieutenant Rakesh Singh, 79th Course, Bravo Squadron; 2nd Lieutenant Puneet Nath Dutt, 87th Course, Echo Squadron; Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan, 94th Course, Oscar Squadron; Major Mohit Sharma, 95th Course, India Squadron; Major D. Raghuraman, 95th Course, November Squadron; Captain Harshan Rahul, 101st Course, Golf Squadron.
The cadets of National Defense Academy follow in the footsteps of some of our illustrious alumni who have scaled the highest peaks in the Himalayas, sailed around the world, and also done the country proud on the sports field. Some of those whom we mention with special pride are Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma, Ashok Chakra, the first Indian to orbit the Earth; Commander Dilip Dhonde, Shaurya Chakra, the first Indian solar circumnavigator of the globe; Captain H.D. Motiwala, who became the first Indian to be awarded the prestigious Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award, Dronacharya Award, and the Arjuna Award for yachting. Wing Commander Yashwant Narayan Petkar swam across the English Channel twice, creating national and Asian record. Major Abhijit Singh is the first alumnus to have scaled the Mount Everest. Arjuna awardee Colonel Rajvardhan Singh Rathore won the silver medal in double trap shooting at the Athens Olympics 2004.
Chandelier!
Ladies and gentlemen, you can now see the cadets march forward to the martial tune of Kadam Kadam Badhaye Ja.
देवियों और सज्जनों, आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि जब निशान टोली निशान के साथ आपके सामने से गुजरे तब कृपया खड़े हों तथा जो वर्दी में हैं वे कृपया सल्यूट कर निशान को सम्मान प्रदान करें। Ladies and gentlemen, when the Nishan Toli passes in front of you, you are requested to rise, and those in uniform will salute as a mark of respect for the President's colors.
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade is accompanied by flypast. The first one was with 3 helicopters. Leading the formation with the national flag was Commanding Officer of 141 SSS Flight, Wing Commander Suraj Barsingh, 102 Kilo, and Flight Lieutenant Ashwant Dev, 134 Bravo. On his right, with the NDA flag, was Wing Commander V. Vishal, 104 Foxtrot, and Squadron Leader Asif. On his left was Wing Commander Satyajit Limkar, 109 Oscar, and Flight Lieutenant Ankit Pandey, 132 Lima.
The second flypast will be with 3 Super Deborah aircraft as the first squadron approaches the dais.
The third flypast will be by 3 Sukhoi 30 MKI aircraft as the Nishan is being carried off the parade ground. The lightning formation is led by Commanding Officer 20 Squadron, Group Captain B.S. Reddy, 100 India, and Flight Lieutenant Himanshu Yadav, 129 Echo. On his left, Wing Commander Rahul Chauhan, 106 Juliet, with Flight Lieutenant Rohit Kumar, 131 Lima. On his right, Squadron Leader Yogesh Dhami, 125 Mike, and Air Commodore Hirendra Asudani, Vishisht Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal, Air Officer Commanding Air Force Station Pune, 81 Foxtrot.
The fourth flypast will be again by 3 Sukhoi 30 MKI aircraft where the first set of 6 term cadets cross the quarterdeck.
In all nations, martial music has accompanied feats of arms, serving the twofold purpose of inspiring the troops to fight and as a method of conveying orders. It was used in the time of battle as a means of exciting that grand passion which the fiercest of oration could not. Playing this inspiring music today, we have 4 bands. These bands are the National Defense Academy Military Band led by Nayab Subedar Chinappa Shankar, Pipes and Drums Band of National Defense Academy and Bombay Engineers Group led by Nayab Subedar Raj Kishore, Indian Naval Band led by Master Chief Musician Prashanto Nashikar.
Ladies and gentlemen, look to your left. 3 Super Demona aircraft flying over the parade ground in 3 Shakti formation.
Leading the parade is Academy Cadet Adjutant Abhimanyu Singh, followed by the cadets of Oscar Squadron, proudly carrying the Chiefs of Staff banner. The contingent is led by Squadron Cadet Captain Ashmik Gaul. The contingent of Bravo Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Samarth Rangpal. The contingent of Charlie Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Chaitanya Gupta. The contingent of Pike Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Anurag Kanav. The contingent of Kilo Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Nitin Sharma. The contingent of Juliet Scotland, led by Scotland Cadet Captain Abhishek Bani Tripathi. The contingent of Alpha Scotland, led by Scotland Cadet Captain Akashdeep Kalia. The contingent of India Scotland, led by Scotland Cadet Captain Arindam Sood. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Nishan Toli, proudly carrying the President's colours. The contingent of Hunter Scotland, led by Scotland Cadet Captain Chandan Kumar Singh. The contingent of November Scotland, led by Scotland Cadet Captain Nitin Sharma. The contingent of Panther Scotland, led by Scotland Cadet Captain Vimal Kumar. The contingent of Gaul Scotland, led by Scotland Cadet Captain Abhishek Singh. The contingent of Liva Scotland, led by Scotland Cadet Captain Abhimanyu Dashrath Ghorpade. The contingent of Delta Scotland, led by Scotland Cadet Captain Ajay Singh Rathore. The contingent of Foxtrot Scotland, led by Scotland Cadet Captain Ridul Baras. The contingent of Echo Scotland, led by Scotland Cadet Captain Saket Sharma. Concluding the lineup is the appointments contingent, led by Academy Cadet Captain Kumar Saurabh. And finally, Major Harsh Bharat Jani, Adjutant, National Defence Academy, saluting the reviewing officer on his charger, Reliant Robin.
Ladies and gentlemen, COVID-19 has not just resulted in restricting the normal way of life, but also temporary suspension of many activities at National Defence Academy, which the cadets look forward to. One such activity which was brought to life after a gap of 2 long years was midterm and adventure hikes. This year, cadets went on adventure hikes to Lohgarh Fort, Vizapur Fort, Rajgarh Fort and Tikona Fort. The experience was not just adventurous, but culturally enriching as well, as the cadets learnt about the history and architecture of these magnificent forts. Midterm educational tours were conducted to various Army, Navy and Air Force establishments such as INS Shivaji, Lonavla, Naval Base Karwar, Maratha Light Infantry Regimental Center and Commando School, Belgaum. These educational tours helped the cadets to understand the basic functioning of Indian Armed Forces at various levels and gave them an opportunity to enrich their knowledge about the organization.
Ladies and gentlemen, the equestrian training team of National Defence Academy has been performing exceedingly well in various equestrian and polo competitions at regional, services, and national levels. The training team has won a total of 30 medals in the recently concluded Junior National Championship at Mumbai. The training team has also won 44 medals at Army Equestrian Championship, Bengaluru. Cadet Prashant of Kilo Squadron from the passing out course was adjudged the best cadet rider in both these championships. The Armed Forces Medical College Pune organized their annual quiz and debate inter-academy competition, Jigyasa and Samiksha. We are proud to inform you that both our quiz and debate teams stood second amongst the teams from various academies. Ladies and gentlemen, among various sports events which happened during Spring Term 22, the Interscon basketball competition was won by Delta Squadron. Interscon hockey competition was won by Oscar Squadron, and Interscon athletics competition was won by Golf Squadron. Interscon cross country was held in the month of March, which was won by November Squadron.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you look to the extreme left, you can see Divisional Cadet Captain Sachit Kumar Saha from Oscar Squadron coming to hand over the Chiefs of Staff banner to Drill Instructor, Company Havaldar Major Chandan Singh Bhaduria of 1900 Field Regiment of the Regiment of Artillery, who is receiving it on behalf of the Academy so that it can now be presented to the squadron that has won the championship this term. It is on the basis of a squadron's collective performance during the course of the term in 4 key activities, namely academics, outdoor training, specialist service training, and games, that the championship is decided.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take immense care at National Defense Academy to ensure the all-round development of our cadets and the various activities directed towards this end. It goes without saying that the primary aim of this institution is to produce military leaders. The results of the training here are seen in the many wars India has fought over the years and the senior appointments achieved by the alumni. The National Defense Academy can take justifiable pride in the fact that its alumni have brought glory to themselves and their alma mater on the battlefield time and again. The number of gallantry awards won by our alumni is ample testimony to this fact. Over the years, our alumni have been providing most of the senior leadership in the 3 services.
The reviewing officer will now present medals to the award winners in a short while. Winners of Spring Term 2022 are Commandant Silver Medal for Best Army Cadet, Academy Cadet Adjutant Abhimanyu Singh, Mike Scotton. Commandant Silver Medal for Best Naval Cadet, Scotton Cadet Captain Akash Deep Kalia, Alpha Scotton. Commandant Silver Medal for Best Air Force Cadet, Scotton Cadet Captain Ajay Singh Rathore, Delta Scotton. Winners of the Chiefs of Staff banner, Mike Scotton. The Silver Medal for the Best Army Cadet of the Passing Out course is adjudged on the basis of his performance in service subjects and outdoor training activities during the 5th and 6th term. The Silver Medal for the Best Naval Cadet is adjudged on the basis of the proficiency attained by him in service subjects and his performance during naval training exercises. The Silver Medal for the Best Air Force Cadet of the Passing Out course is awarded on the basis of his performance in service subjects and outdoor training exercises during the 5th and 6th term. The Chiefs of Staff banner is awarded to the squadron standing first in the overall championship. The championship is decided on the basis of points gained by the squadron in the various inter-squadron competitions held during the term. The squadron with the highest aggregate is declared the champion squadron.
Squadron Cadet Captain Anurag Kadav of Mike Squadron will receive the Chiefs of Staff banner. The pride of these 4 young men is evident as they march forward to receive their well-deserved awards. The training at National Defense Academy inculcates in cadets qualities of leadership and a drive to excel. A cadet is transformed into an officer and a gentleman over the 3 years that he trains at the National Defense Academy.
Support! Stop! 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 Imat! Stop! Select! Stop! Treatment! Stop! Red!
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, a carrier belt is being slung over the shoulder of Squadron Cadet Captain Anurag Kadav of Mike Squadron, so that he can now receive the coveted Chiefs of Staff banner.
The reviewing officer is requested to present medals to the award winners and the Chiefs of Staff banner to the champion squadron of this term. Winner of the Commandant's Silver Medal for Best Army Cadet, Academy Cadet Adjutant Abhimanyu Singh, Mike Squadron. Winner of the Commandant's Silver Medal for Best Naval Cadet, Squadron Cadet Captain Akash Deep Kalia, Alpha Squadron. Winner of the Commandant's Silver Medal for Best Air Force Cadet, Squadron Cadet Captain Ajay Singh Rathore, Delta Squadron. Winners of the Chiefs of Staff banner, Mike Squadron.
Captain! Griezmann! Nicole! Red! Captain! Select! Captain! पीछे लौट गो पीछे बक Captain! Sign set!
इन कैडेटों ने न केवल अपने स्क्वाड्रन का नाम गौरवान्वित किया है, बल्कि अपने माता पिता का शीर्ष भी गर्व से ऊंचा कर दिया है। माइक स्क्वाड्रन के कैडेटों के लिए भी यह अत्यंत हर्ष व उल्लास का समय है कि उन्होंने पढ़ाई, शारीरिक प्रशिक्षण, खेलकूद व कवायद जैसी गतिविधियों में अपनी महारत साबित कर चीफ्स ऑफ स्टाफ के प्रतिष्ठित ध्वज को प्राप्त किया है। चैंपियन स्क्वाड्रन होने के कारण माइक स्क्वाड्रन के कैडेट अब दाहिने कंधे पर लैंडयार्ड लगाने के साथ साथ अपने स्क्वाड्रन भवन के आगे 2 समारोहिक तोपें भी रख सकते हैं। साथ ही वे अपने स्क्वाड्रन भवन पर चीफ्स ऑफ स्टाफ के प्रतिष्ठित ध्वज को फहरा भी सकते हैं।
The medal winners are marching back to take their positions. It is indeed a proud moment for them, as well as for all those who have been associated with their training here. And of course, for their parents. For the cadets of Mike Squadron, it is also a special occasion as they have been declared the champion squadron and have received the prestigious Chiefs of Staff banner. The distinction of being the champion squadron entitles the squadron to put up the banner atop the squadron building next term. It also entitles the squadron to display 2 ceremonial guns at the entrance to the squadron, symbolizing their achievement. The reviewing officer is requested to kindly address the parade.
General Sanjeev Dogra, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, PSOs, officers, faculty members, distinguished guests, cadets on parade, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to be here this morning to speak to the cadets on parade, especially those of the 142nd course who are passing out in a few days from now. It was indeed my pleasure to watch this magnificent parade as you march past the quarterdeck with great elan and panache, traversing this hallowed ground in an immaculate turnout and in a demonstration of impeccable drill. Such perfection expected of cadets of this iconic institution, and as the man at the helm, I can be justifiably proud of this display of drill. Congratulations, cadets, for this brilliant show. Even as I watched you, I was assured that the future of the Indian Armed Forces lies in good hands. I must also congratulate the Deputy Commandant, the Adjutant, and his staff, as well as the officers and faculty members for grooming you to be the best in the world. Cadets, your hearts must be full today and your nerves taut with the excitement of having drawn one step closer to passing out of this academy. The completion of 3 years of rigorous training here at NDA is no mean achievement. It takes hard work and courage, grit and determination to pass through the physical, mental, moral, and emotional trials to become a junior leader of men. But the road ahead is equally exciting and challenging. It demands zeal, commitment, disciplined lifestyles, and passion as you cross the threshold of this academy to your finishing academies. Remember, on your shoulders lies the reputation of your alma mater, whose alumni have created a niche for themselves in the annals of military history of India. As inheritors of that proud legacy, you must not only emulate them, but surpass them in their deeds. Today, we live in uncertain times dictated by COVID-19 pandemic and the geopolitical scenario. But despite these events, we have emerged stronger as a nation. We have not just managed COVID-19 quite well, but our contributions in providing relief in terms of both medical equipment and vaccines to other countries have been much appreciated. The contribution of Indian Armed Forces with respect to humanitarian missions, be it the evacuation of Indian citizens from troubled hotspots or delivery of humanitarian assistance to countries affected by natural disasters, has helped India project its soft power across the world. In the context of Russo-Ukraine war, we have maintained our own individual perspective, keeping in mind our national interest. Thus, India stands at the threshold of a great future. However, as we strive forward towards development in terms of economic progress and quality of life, one cannot ignore the fact that this can happen only in an environment of peace and security. And for that, we need to have a strong and capable armed force. This is even more important as the face of warfare has utterly changed. This century's hybrid warfare is both disconcerting and disruptive. It deconstructs every paradigm of conventional warfare through the use of sophisticated weapon systems, the exploitation of cyberspace, and the manipulation of information to win the war of perception. It is therefore imperative for you not only to keep abreast of the current affairs regarding the geopolitical situations of the world, but also to keep updating your knowledge and honing your professional competence to deal with these challenges of tomorrow. Winning the war requires constant learning and adapting to the rapidly changing scenario. Remember, it is the man behind the machine who wins wars. Notwithstanding the changing nature of warfare, the ethos of a warrior, his character traits have remained constant through the centuries. As the popular adage puts it, wars change, warriors do not. As future leaders of men, it is you and I who are going to drive the outcome of a war. Hence, we must be men of character. As Gandhiji rightly observed, in times to come, people will not judge us by the creed we profess or the label we wear, but by our work, industry, sacrifice, honesty, and purity of character. Amongst the first of these character traits comes integrity and honesty. To quote Eisenhower, the supreme quality for leadership is unquestionably integrity. Without it, no real success is possible. Indeed, there is no greater incentive for men to follow the leader than the consistency of his character and his undoubted integrity. You can only lead by example when you have an impeccable character, and that is the only kind of leadership that matters today. Add to this loyalty. This means complete and unconditional surrender to the cause of the flag, the nation, and your unit. As you later get commissioned, each of you will take an oath of allegiance to the Constitution of India to serve the armed forces and work in obedience to the commands of your superior, even at the cost of your life. It is this kind of loyalty which generates esprit de corps and forms the brotherhood of men who look after each other's back always and every time. On the heels of loyalty comes selflessness. A soldier does not live for himself. His life is poured in the service of his motherland. As Swami Vivekananda pertinently remarked, they alone live who live for others. Selflessness is the fount of unstinted devotion to duty and the wellspring of sacrifice. Hence, the founding fathers of NDA deemed it fit to enshrine words sourced from Gita, Seva Paramo Dharma, as the NDA motto. This needs to be your guiding principle for your life. Courage, both physical and moral, is of course at the heart of a warrior's life. When Britain was at the brink of defeat, it was Winston Churchill who had the courage of conviction to carry on without flagging in zeal. He had then remarked, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." I'm sure all of you have courage in abundance, but I urge you to cultivate moral courage so that you can stand up for justice and righteousness. And finally, there is that singular quality called discipline. By discipline, I mean physical discipline that requires you to do regular exercise to keep your body in shape, the discipline of time management that increases your efficiency, intellectual discipline that has you to pursue knowledge systematically, and spiritual discipline that gives you the self-control and helps you to be down to earth. Beloved cadets, the road ahead is long and rough. But if you imbibe these qualities, nothing can stop you from being a great warrior. India and its armed forces beckon you with open arms. I'm sure that when the situation demands, you shall rise and shine to defend the sovereignty and integrity of our nation and prove yourself to be the brave sons of India. I wish you the very best. Godspeed. Jai Hind.
Blood, serve, that. Nishan Tulab, Nishan Kom, Leja.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the President colors are being carried off the parade ground, you are requested to rise, and those in uniform will salute at the word of command of the parade commander. देवियों और सज्जनों, निशान टोली निशान को परेड प्रांगण से बाहर ले जा रही है। आपसे अनुरोध है कि निशान को सम्मान प्रदान करने हेतु कृपया खड़े हो जाएं और जो वर्दी में हैं वे परेड कमांडर की कमांड पर सल्यूट करें।
Nishan Tulab, Media se, Station. Nishan Tulab, Daile Bishop Lukman, Marcos Ramidgop. Selamat. Just.
Ladies and gentlemen, please look ahead. Approaching the parade ground in lightning formation, 3 Sukhoi 30 MKI aircraft.
A word about drill. Drill inculcates discipline, which is the bedrock of military life. To those of you who have an aesthetic disposition, drill movements will symbolize the very rhyme and rhythm of the poetry of a well-ordered life. And that's precisely the primary aim of this institution, to train our cadets in the art of cultivating a way of life in which the highest and the noblest attributes of discipline, character, and courage not only but also and nourished.
Right. Majab. Just. Right. Nikatlan. Just. Right. Surge. Madhya surge. Surge. March. Under coast Nagab. Dynabad. March. March. Dynabad. Start. Get down.
अब कैडेट परेड की समाप्ति के लिए अपना अपना स्थान ले रहे हैं। दीक्षांत समारोह का गौरव व गरिमा से पूर्ण यह अवसर इन कैडेटों के 3 वर्षों के कठिन परिश्रम का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण दिन है।
The cadets are now forming up in preparation for the culmination of the parade. The cadets of the passing out course will proceed towards the Antim Pag at the quarterdeck. The Antim Pag is marked at the quarterdeck, which symbolizes the passing out of cadets of the 142nd course. Later, when the band will play the lilting tune of Auld Lang Syne, which will take most of you down memory lane, the junior cadets will go back to the quartermaster fort away from you, and the cadets of the passing out course will march towards the quarterdeck. The parade will culminate with cadets of the passing out course and the junior courses forming up and marching slow. Crossing the threshold of the quarterdeck enables them to join the galaxy of National Defense Academy alumni. This is a day of mixed sentiments. The joy of success and sorrow of separation stand as a testimony to the firm concepts of discipline and determination which molds them as young leaders. The passing out parade is a moment of retrospection to see how discipline has shaped our young cadets. Discipline has always been the bedrock of training at the National Defense Academy. As old order changes, yielding place to new, the discipline at the National Defense Academy has been given new directions without changing its basic fabric. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of all lang syne? The lyrics of this popular Scottish song is a fitting tribute to the days gone by of lifelong friendships and an unbreakable bond between the cadets of the tri-services established at the National Defence Academy during their years of training. The cadets pass out of National Defence Academy for the second lap of their journey in different academies, but with a deep sense of connection between them developed at their alma mater. The junior cadets are now marching back towards the quartermaster's fort, while the cadets of the 142nd course march towards the quarterdeck. They will step on the quarterdeck, salute the national flag on the mast, and bid farewell to the academy, their home for the past 3 years.
If you look to the left and to the right of the quarterdeck, you will see cadets manning the Jacob's ladder on the quarterdeck mast. These cadets belong to the second term of the academy. They will... We wish the cadets of the 142nd course good fortune and glorious years of service to the nation in keeping up with the highest traditions of the academy and living up to its motto, service before self.
सच है, विपत्ति जब आती है कायर को ही दहलाती है। सूरमा नहीं विचलित होते, क्षण एक नहीं धीरज खोते। विघ्नों को गले लगाते हैं, कांटों में राह बनाते हैं, शूलों को मूल नसाते हैं, बढ़ खुद विपत्ति पर छाते हैं। आज 142 कोर्स के कैडेट्स इसी दृढ़ निश्चय व इन्हीं फौलादी इरादों के साथ जीवन के अगले पड़ाव की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं। Ladies and gentlemen, in view of the solemnity of the occasion, we request you to remain seated while the passing out course cadets are in the process of taking formal leave from the academy. You are requested to leave the parade ground only after the reviewing officer and the other senior dignitaries have departed. देवियों और सज्जनों, आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि जब पासिंग आउट कोर्स के कैडेट धीरे चाल से क्वार्टर डेक से गुजरें, तब अपना स्थान तब तक ना छोड़ें जब तक मुख्य अतिथि प्रस्थान ना करें।
Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horrors of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. Being an officer means above all, being a leader of men. National Defence Academy is the ideal opportunity for young cadets to imbibe important aspects of leadership like courage, stamina, team spirit, physical fitness, mental toughness, and the will to win. This value system is very faithfully upheld by all the cadets of the academy. In fact, they tend to develop a motto which says, winning is not everything, it is the only thing. But above all, they will always abide by the National Defence Academy motto, service before self, and fairness in all dealings.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose, and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. And so, we bid adieu to the 142nd course, wishing them well in their journey ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Academy Cadet Adjutant and the Academy Cadet Captain are now approaching the quarterdeck. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look straight ahead, you will see 3 Sukhoi 30 MKI aircraft in lightning formation approaching the quarterdeck, bidding farewell to the passing out course.
The fragrance in the air of the National Defense Academy is enough to raise a storm of nostalgia in the minds of not only its alumni, but also those who have had a sojourn here. The passing out parade is thus not the end, but a beginning.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thank all of you for being such a patient audience. The officers coordinating with the media team today were Major Sonu Chandelia, Romeo 124 course, Flight Lieutenant Sushant Saini, and Flight Lieutenant Himanshu Mahajan, Romeo 129 course. Signing off on behalf of the entire Team NDA, this is your commentary team. Cadet V. Priya Ranjan, Cadet Ayush Chauhan, Cadet Govindji, Cadet Gandharv Thakur, Cadet Vandan Sharma, Cadet Alexander Singh, Miss Panna Datta, Mrs. Divya Saxena Prakash, Mrs. Padmaja Bagga, Lieutenant Akshay SS, and Major Rajiv Kumar Rao. Thank you. Jai Hind.